Hi guys, welcome back to Pipe2 versus YouTube channel where curiosity meets the core. Today we'll be discussing about a frequency range visualizer. But before that, we'll be checking the packages pre-installed in my system. So the first command that I'm going to execute in command prompt is pip list, where you can see all the packages with the versions. So I can give a look about what package is what version and update it accordingly. So you can take a look onto your packages. If not installed, please do install it. You can just Google how to install and there will be a command for that to execute in command prompt. Another command to check for all these is pip freeze, which gives a similar output where packages with the version will be mentioned. So let's start with the coding part. So firstly, what are the imported libraries? So as you can see, we have Tkinter, which is used for creating GUI application. And from Tkinter, we have TTK, which provides access to the themed widget set that can make GUI look more modern. And then we have from Tkinter.colors chosen import as color. This is used for setting the colors and anything related to colors. And also we have also imported Matplotlib to use creating visualizations as we all know. So let's move on to the next part, which is a method called show frequency. So let me just select those. Yeah. So now you can see we have DEF show frequency into frequency type, which defines function name show frequency info that accepts a parameter called frequency type. This function updates the GUI with information related to selected frequency type. And we have info text delete 1.0 and tk.end. This clears the text into the info text widget where 1.0 indicates the start of the text box and tk.end indicates the end of the text box. And we have if frequency type is equal to radio, checks if the selected frequency type is radio. Each else if block below checks for other types of similarities. Like if you have info.text insert tk.n, we have radio frequency typically range around 87.5 to 108, and then from around 540 kilohertz to 1600 for AM. So after this, we followed it by plotting. So we have plot frequency range 540 to 1600, which is AM frequency, and then plot frequency range is 87.5 to 108, which is FM frequency range. So both the plottings are done. And continuing with this, you can see else if as audio. Again, you see the audio range, and the same plotting is also done. And the third, you can see we have else if frequency type is equal to video, where again the frequencies have been printed and plotted, and we have mobile networks, AM, FM, and then satellites also. So you can see satellites are various frequency bands for communication, including UHF and microwave bands. We have printed that statement, and also we have plotted the frequency, and also we are having GPS also, where frequencies have been printed and plotted. And last, if there is info text insert, we have frequency info. If there is any error, like if there is no frequency that is matching, we print frequency information is not available. Moving on, we have the next method called plot frequency range, where you can say df plot frequency range start frequency, end frequency in title. This defines a function to visualize the frequency ranges using Matplotlib. It accepts start frequency, end frequency, and a title as a parameter. And we have plt.figure. This creates a new figure for plotting. And we have plt.title. This sets the title of the plot. And we have plt.x label given as frequency in hertz, and y label is mentioned as amplitude. Again, labeling of the plots. And then we are having plt.axy line x start frequency, color on, line style green, and we have given starting frequency and end frequency also. This draws vertical line at the start and end frequency colored in red and green respectively with dashed lines. And we have plt.legend and plt.show. This displays a legend for a plot and show the plot window. Moving on to the execution part, we have root is equal to tk.tk, which creates a main window for the application and instance of tk. And we have root.title, which is frequency demonstration. This sets the title of the main window. Next, we have the styling part where style is equal to ttk.style and the style.theme use calm and style.configure frame, t frame and background is white. This sets up the style for the application using ttk style. Configure the theme to calm and set the t frame background to white. So let's move on to the next part. So here we have label is equal to ttk dot label root, text is equal to select frequency type and label dot pack. This creates a label widget with the text select frequency type and pack it into the root window to show it. And we have frequency list box is equal to tk dot list box root comma select mode is equal to tk dot symbol, and we have frequency list box dot pack. So this creates a list box widget for selecting frequency types and pack it to make it visible. And later we have frequency types, the types that we have mentioned above. We have mentioned it here. We have radio, audio, video, FM, AM, mobile network, satellite, and GPS. And we have a for loop for frequency type in frequency types. Frequency list box in dot insert tk dot end and frequency type. This defines a list of frequency types and inserts each one into the list box. So next we have infotech is equal to tk dot text root height 10 width 50 and infotext dot pack. This creates a text widget to display information about the selected frequency type and packet. So let's move on to the next, which is another method called onSelect. So we have def onSelect event index is equal to frequency list box dot curse location like curse selection, and then we have frequency type is equal to frequency list box dot get index show frequency info frequency type. So this entire thing defines onSelect function to handle the selection of events of the list box. It retrieves the selected items and calls the show frequency info. Next, we have frequency list box bind list box select on select. This bind list box event on the onSelect function so that it's triggered when a selection is made in the list box. And we have root.main loop which starts the main event loop of the Tkinter application, which keeps the window open and responsive to the user inputs. Let's quickly see the output of the program. So as usual, I'm going to go where the folder is saved, copy the name of the .py file, open the command prompt in the same window, and then we have python space file name .py, and it should run. So you can see a number of options. We select radio, we have AM frequency, and we have the start frequency and the end frequency. And if you have other plots also, you can select. So here we have another one, and here is the command displayed. Let's try another one. So here it's changed. The description is changed for GPS also. Thank you so much for watching. If you have learned something from this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.